Welcome to the Zapata brand. And now, your host, George Zapata.
When you get out of high school, did you go to college at all or no?
No.
Okay. So now you're like, okay, you're throwing yourself into the bodybuilding at this point.
Right.
When did you first, because I do have a couple, when you put out that post about and have questions posted, I have, if you could tell, questions. And one of the questions was when you first started dabbling into, and I'm going to find out who it's from because I wanted to make sure I got the right people here. Okay, at Adam K 4733. He wants to know, when did you first start dabbling in steroids? And this is key because most people get their first steroids from someone they know. A lot of people think it's from the street guy. It's not. It's usually from your uncle, your cousin, your brother, or something.
Or a guy in a gym.
Or a guy in a gym, but someone who's close to you.
Yeah, you know.
They think it's just you know them, and they're like, "Hey, take this. This you don't want. No, you're good." And it's a lot of bro science at first. He wanted to know when was your first cycle, and who did you get it from?
Okay.
Now statute of limitations are gone, so you can figure it out.
All right. First of all, my first cycle, and why did I start? How did I start?
Exactly.
It's a very unique story because I was a drug dealer first. What happened was I owned a gym. Okay, I owned 3 gyms in my day. I had one gym. We had 2 gyms at one time, and one gym was like just too much for us to handle both gyms. So we sold one gym. We kept the other gym. Look, I did the middle finger. We kept the other.
Let's rewind here for a second. You said you were a drug dealer, or you're talking?
No, I'm getting no, not that kind of drugs.
Okay, all right.
Let me explain. So I sold one gym. I kept the other gym, and then that gym was having trouble starting to be a bad neighborhood. There was shootouts right in front of our window. We'd be sitting there, big picture window, and we'd see guys shooting out, gangsters. There was a McDonald's across from us. It was in Peekskill, New York. And if any of you people know Peekskill in the 80s, it was insane. So anyway, there was a McDonald's right across the street from us. It went out of business. They closed. I had to get out of it. There was like murders there. It was insane. It was a very bad neighborhood. It was called Peekskill Fitness Center. And it was a legendary gym, though. I had Lee Labrada, Ron Love, Laura Cavell, Vince Taylor, Johnny Morant, Lee Haney, I had Lee Labrada. No, Kevin Levrone didn't go there, but I know Kevin Levrone since before he was a bodybuilder. Okay. Anyway, before he was a pro. All right, here's the deal. So now the gym's dying. The gym's having trouble. Neighbor's really bad. My son's born, 1990. So I'm like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? I'm having trouble. Money. My friend goes, bro, you compete. By the way, when I owned that gym, we used to promote shows. That's why I had all these pro bodybuilders and everything coming. So I knew all the pro. I was a big promoter for the NPC. Okay, before Steve Weinberger was there. I was there under the Carl Campagna rule. That son of a bitch. Anyway, I don't like him. Before Steve Weinberger. So you people have followed bodybuilding, everybody knows Steve Weinberger. And before him.
How about Wayne DeMilia?
Yeah, Wayne DeMilia is my friend. Wayne DeMilia is a great guy, but he was the IFBB. I was doing shows for the NPC.
Okay.
I was co-promoting shows with Bob Bonham. I shouldn't, wait, no. I wasn't co-promoting. I was behind the scenes promoting him with him. He was the promoter, but I'd help him. I was his assistant. So let me get that straight. Anyway, so I knew all the bodybuilders. My friend goes to me. My friend's like one of these guys, is involved in everything. He could get anything. You need bottle caps? Bro, I could get you bottle caps. You can want me. Anyway, so he goes to me, Greg, listen to me. You're having trouble. Your son's born. You need a Luscaro. I know a guy in Brooklyn. He knows everybody. He knows these guys. We can get some shit. I'll front you the money. You buy a bunch of stuff. You sell it because you know everybody in the sport. You sell it. We'll split the money. I said, sure. He introduces me to this guy in Brooklyn. The guy happens to be my partner, Paul. Okay, I love him. Paulie Verdiglione. He's in my book. His name, we call him Frank in the book. Death, Drugs, and Muscle. It's Frank. So if you want to, I had to change the name. My co-author, I wrote it all in caps. Somebody else had to
Nathan Hendrick.
Make it legible. What's that?
Nathan Hendrick.
Nathan Gendrick. Nathan Gendrick, yes. Who's married to Megan Kwan, gold medal swimmer. So listen. So I meet my friend, this guy Paul. He becomes my partner in the gym and everything. That's down the road. Okay? But so I meet him and we go and we do this drug deal. And the first drug deal, I made like $4,000. $4,000 for doing nothing. I mean, just I take somebody else gives me the money. I go down. I go with my partner Paul, meet his guys, get the stuff, come back, talk to some of the guys I know in the gym that are also they're drug dealers. They'll take the whole load off me. Here's $4,000. Well, more if I was like $8,000, but I give my friend $4,000. I get $4,000 from that. One shot. I was hooked. I was like, who wants to work when you could do this shit? So I started making money. And then I started getting bigger and bigger. I don't need my friend anymore to give me the money anymore. He opens up a construction company that's humongous to this day. It's a humongous construction company where I live. Humongous. Build houses, everything. And it started out as a Momo, just making, doing little things.
Okay.
So, so I'm making money. Now I got all these drugs. I'm just sitting here with like tons of steroids, bricks of steroids. Now I'm making so much money. It was not even funny, the ex-wife would be like, I need to go grocery shopping, and be like, here's $1,000. Meanwhile, we ate out every night. I don't know what you even getting grocery-wise. You're the worst cook on the planet, so it's not like, even like my son used to say mom's favorite dried chicken, you know what I mean, that she would make. So anyway, I had so much money. It was disgusting, and guy comes up to me and he's like at the gym. Now I open a gym with this guy, Paulie. My partner, Paul Verdiglione again. Paulie, I love you. We open a gym. Guy comes up to me in a gym. Hey, Gregg, now I'm natural, so, but I'm built, So he's like, yeah. How could I want to start working out, get more built and shit, So I show him some stuff and this and that, the other thing. Fast forward about 8-9 months later, the kid's walking around the gym. I rip out your neck and shit down the hole. You know what I mean? He's like jacked. Big. I mean, like big. I'm like, dude, what did you do in like 8-9 months? He was like literally 60, 70 pounds heavier. You know what I mean? And it wasn't fat. He came in the gym like, I like to put on some muscle. Now he's walking around, pull my finger. So I'm like, holy shit. Now he's bigger than me. I was giving him weightlifting tips 8 months ago. So I don't know. The natural, the one thing about you guys out there notice, natural bodybuilders, their biggest thing is, can you imagine? Like, I look good, right? Can you imagine what I'd look like if I took steroids? What do you think I'd look like? Do you think I'd grow? So, get that thought in your head. And I'm like, I always wondered what I'd look like. And this kid getting jacked and seeing like he's natural, I'm natural. He surpassed me. 6 months ago, he was like kissing my ass. I had to get jacked. Now he's walking around like Arnold. Fuck this, I'm taking steroids. So I just looked down and there was a nice box of juicy Diana balls. And I said, fuck that. I took them and I said, I took like 3 pills, right? And I said, wow, I'm no longer a natural bodybuilder. You know what? Give me the rest of the box. And I just took the whole thing and I was like, holy shit. Because I'm the kind of guy, I'm all or nothing. If I needed to do 100 sets, let's say in a gym, and I did 99, I would look at myself in the mirror and go, you fucking pussy. You fucking look at you. You kid. You're not even man enough to do 100 sets. You did 99, you punk. That's the way I am. I'm all or nothing. I never, in my many years in the gym since 1972, I've never walked in a gym and just said, you know what? I'm a little tired today. Just going to go through the motions. No, I either do it or I don't do it. Because if I don't do it, the next day, I'm so hungry to do it. I'm dreaming at night that I'm in the gym and I got this full workout to do, but I only got 5 minutes to do it. So I'm like, it's like a nightmare to me. Most people be like, dude, you need help. But I'm like, bro, I got to get to the gym. Like all day, it's all I'm eating, drinking. I can't wait to go to the gym because I missed that one workout. So that would make me hungrier. You understand? Mm-hmm. So you're probably saying, what the hell does that have to do with the steroids? It's an all or nothing thing. If you said to me, let's rob a bank, and we robbed a bank, I would tell the teller, excuse me, that roll of pennies, I want that too. Yes, those. And the 3 pennies that fell out, put them up there too. I want it all. If I'm going to rob a bank and I'm going to risk my ass, I'm going to risk going to jail, right? For robbing a bank, I want the fucking pennies too. I want it all. Because if I'm going to risk it, I want it all. So I just went bonsai. You know what I mean? I looked in a box and there's a nice juicy box of testosterone kind of winking at me. Wink, wink, wink. So I said, who am I to say no to that? I just took steroids. I'm no longer natural. I'm a juice head now. So let's be a juice head. If I'm going to be a juice head, I'm going to be a juice head. So I opened up the box and Why just take out a cc or two of that big, beautiful bottle of testosterone? There's 10 cc's in there. Why not? Why don't they belong with their friends? You know, I don't want to leave one. No man left behind. No cc left behind. So I would reach in there, pull out, bang, 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 till the bottle was empty. So that's right there, 200 milligrams, 10 cc's. That's 2,000 milligrams. Right? Did that on Monday. Did that on Wednesday. Did that on Friday.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and I went from. I was maybe about 172, 173, but it was 278 pounds I gained. So what's that? I don't know. It's 104 pounds, it's 106 pounds.
Wow.
I put on. Now, I didn't put it on overnight, but I put it on pretty fast.
Fairly quickly with that.
Yeah,
with those dosage?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, you're going to be...
But dude, that's nothing. I was throwing sustenance in there, cracking.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I was throwing on... Dude, I remember the cops pulled me over, man, bro. And they're looking in the back, and I had sustenance and Winstrol ampules, and they're looking at the ampules like this, and they're like, what are you doing with those perfume samples? What are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. My girlfriend left them in. Because they don't know. They never saw ampules before. They're looking for drugs, real drugs. They weren't even looking for steroids, you know? But, you know, I did things like that, you know,
right.
So... I just did it crazy. I went all the way. I'm an all or nothing guy. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
Right. So essentially, your first cycle is you were a drug dealer first.
Right.
Then let me rephrase that.
You're right. I'm a steroid dealer. Right.
Okay. So you're doing that first. Then you dive into your own. You know, you basically shitting where you eat. You grab it. You grab your stuff. You become hooked on it.
Right.
Essentially hooked, meaning you don't get addicted to steroids mentally. No, you don't get hooked on steroids physically.
Right.
Mentally, you see the results. You're in.
Right.
And that's what happens.
Right.
So now you're essentially an addict in that term.
100%.
Okay. So you're
dude. 100%. Listen, let me just say this for anybody out there that thinks steroids are not addictive. Bullshit. They're addictive mentally. Because the minute, if you miss a couple shots, or if I put you in a room and I let you work out, but you couldn't take your steroids for 1 week, you'd be like, dude, am I shrinking? Do my arms look smaller? Dude, what about my back? Oh my God. You know, you feel that.
Yeah.
So don't give me that they're not.
Yeah.
I mean,
they are.
I was like, holy shit, you know?
Yeah. So you get that. You're now. When does it start to get out of control? Big. Where was there a point where you said, or did anybody tell you, hey man, the FBI is looking at you, the NYPD is looking at you? Okay, so at that point, do you start feeling, or you're just like untouchable?
I'm untouchable.
Jesus.
You know why? I had cops coming to me.
Oh my God.
I had state troopers. My friends would be like, dude, there's troopers. I'm like, you forget about it. He's going in the back. Matter of fact, I got to give him his fucking shot. He's too much. He can't take it on his own. So we go in the back. State trooper be back there, take off his gun belt, right in the ass, out.
So okay, so now
I had a state trooper. I shot him in the ass, and blood was shooting all over me because I hit a blood vessel, and he had blood all over his trooper pants and shit. You know, I'm like, I don't know how you can explain that one. It's on your ass too. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Okay, hold on for a second. Hold on. Okay, so you have literally state troopers buying from you.
Yeah.
Doing that. So you're thinking you're untouchable at this point.
That's what I think. Yeah, and they would tell me, bro, you know you're being watched. And I'm like, yeah, or whatever, you know.
Now, being watched by them?
No, they would hear from the grapevine.
Okay, but is it a higher level?
No. First of all, when I was arrested by Janine Pirro. Judge Janine on Fox
Oh,
News.
my God, really?
Yeah, Judge Janine's the one who arrested me. She was in court. She was the district attorney. I was arrested by her task force. I was not arrested by feds. I wasn't arrested by state police. I was not arrested by Yorktown. As a matter of fact, there were cops that were involved with me, and they were called down to the district attorney's office.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so...
Well, so you think you're indestructible at this point?
They weren't involved with me as selling shit, but they were taking
it.
steroids.
Well,
so
at this point...
They tipped me off.
If you're... Well, that's probably just as much,
yeah.
Involved with it. I hate to tell you, you ate and obeyed.
Well, I meant they didn't, they weren't out there selling or anything.
No, but I'm saying they're just as much linked in.
Yeah,
They're taking oath. They're sleeping with the enemy at this point. It's not too good.
No, 100%.
So all of a sudden now you're being watched. You're getting tipped off. You're doing that. What was the raid like when you got arrested?
Well, when I got arrested, I was in a gym with another guy, and next thing I know, I hear, and I'm like, who the fuck's not gonna? I was about to go to a club in New York City, right? Next thing I know, I open up the door, see like maybe somebody forgot their gym bag or whatever. I open up the exit door, and all of a sudden I'm bum rushed. You know, get on the ground. They fucking throw me. First of all, they throw me around. You know, and it's one big. It's a coalition. It's not a particular police force. It's a coalition. It's a task force. There was some New York City, some state, and all that, but they worked for the DA, Judge Jeanine Pirro. She wasn't a judge. She was a district attorney then. It was her task force. So it's a coalition. They had me bent over my...
I'm going to clip that.
So they had me bent over. Poor Joe. He's already he's sitting there like this. I've heard. I need a break. He's going to need like a freaking Xanax tonight. He's going to be like Valentino. You know what I mean? Like I cooked his brain, I think, on a way down. A 2-hour ride, poor guy.
So this cop has you bent over.
So the guy's got me bent over to but I'm handcuffed. And he got me bent over the desk. He yokes me up by the handcuffs and puts the gun in my head and just keeps pushing it off my temple. And I told him, dude, there's no reason for this. What are you doing? There's no reason to have,
Yeah.
He actually put it to my head when I was bent over and then pulled me up. But I mean, I never forget. He was pushing hard, man, right on my temple like this. I go, dude, there's no reason. Please stop that. If that gun goes off, because, the gun could have gone off. You know what I mean?
And they could say anything they want.
Yeah, and he was just like, give me a reason. Give me a reason, he kept saying to me, until one of the state trooper guys, one of the state police guys that were there, because they all dressed in plain clothes, but he had a state police blue jacket. And he goes... stop. Just let him go. Let him be. Believe him be. And he put the gun down. He's like, go ahead, try something. Watch what happens. Like, he was like, they were like, being a dick to me. That one was. Then there was two others playing good cop, bad cop, that kind of shit.
So, that happens. We obviously see the pictures of you coming out. Those are the pictures where you're in handcuffs coming out with that?
That's like the next day, After they left me in a holding tank for like a whole day.
So, one of your subscribers at Steve Atlas 3492 had a question. He said, how did your family feel when this happened? Now, were you married at the time?
No, I've been divorced since 1999. I was, I guess my ex-wife was a little bit embarrassed because everybody was calling her and shit. What happened to Gregg? My kids were a little shot from it. I remember my daughter, when I called to speak to the kids from jail, right? I remember my daughter going, Dad, did they have you tied to a chair? Like a cartoon.
Yeah.
My daughter was only like 2 years old or something like that. You know what I mean? 3 years old, something like that. But my father wasn't. He was very supportive. You know what I mean? He was like, "What the hell did you do?" You know what I mean? Like, but he stood there and fought for me and everything.
Right.
Nobody was really embarrassed. They were really supportive. My sister is actually the one who saved my ass. I was telling Joe in the car, that my sister, basically, they were going to give me anywhere from 3 to 5 or 6 years, whatever. I can't remember what the hell the whole thing was, but in jail, right? And then my sister went down there because what had happened was I gave my father $250,000, right, cash. I told him, dude, just do me a favor, hold this. Not for no reason, just because I didn't want to leave it laying around. You know what I'm saying? So I gave him $250,000 of cash. I gave my ex-wife $210,000 cash, But I gave my father $250,000 cash, and I said, just hold this, put it somewhere. So when I was in jail like a stupid fucking idiot, when I talked to my father from jail on the phone, I go, yo, dude, just go get me that, go get that money. I just said, go get the money and just bail me out of here, will you? And they followed my father and they got the money. Now, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me explain this all to you. I explained it to your poor brother where he's driving like a zombie, like, holy shit, this guy don't shut up. Imagine if you were sleepy, all you need is me. You don't need Red Bull. So, here's I don't want to get... So I give my father, they follow my father to get the money. It was in a safety deposit box that my mother had since 1964. My mother got the safety deposit box. And the money was put in there. Now, I never stepped foot in a bank, right? And when they followed, they took the money from the bank. They followed my father. They arrested my father. My father has no idea what's going on. He has no idea. They're like, you're the kingpin. You're involved in this. And my father's like, involved in what? You know what I mean? Like now my father's like 86 something or something like that. He's he's in his late 80s. You know, he doesn't know what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He don't know steroids. He knows hemorrhoids. But so, they're now at the arraignment, when I first got arraigned, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. The arraignment, just you'll understand when I'm going to put it all together for you right now. At the arraignment, after they arrest you, the very famous video of me, I was coming out of the arraignment. Okay. Which is right next to the police. I keep hitting this thing. And it's getting harder. Is that supposed to happen? It's growing. Just kidding. So listen. So now at the arraignment, the judge goes, reads the charges, and it goes, bail set $250,000. And I go, what? I said, for steroids? You're going to give me $250,000 for steroids?
Was it straight bail?
Huh?
Straight cash bail?
Yeah. And
Jesus.
And he goes to me, yeah, cash bail. And he goes, if I were you, I wouldn't say another thing, Mr. Valentino. And I said, but you're saying $250,000 for steroids. I said, I told you, don't say another word. You're incriminating yourself. Now I had no lawyer. I didn't have a lawyer. There was by myself, just two cops standing next to me. And I'm going, oh my God. Because the cops were telling me, don't worry about it. They're probably going to give give you R&R, like on your own recognizance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they'd probably tell you just come back for a court date. And now I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go home, take a good shower, take a shit, and then I'm going to go out to the clubs tonight. And now that didn't happen. You know what I mean? So now, fast forward, I'm talking to my father. A couple of days later, I'm on the phone with my father. Just go get the goddamn cash and bail me out of here, because $250, right? Follow my father, they confiscate the $250,000. Now they deny my bail. They said no bail. We're pulling his bail.
For what?
Because now they want to have. Now they're saying if he's going to get bailed out, we want to have a source hearing because we think he's got more money than
Wait. So the $250 was in your dad's?
My mother's safety deposit box that my father used, because they followed him and they heard me say, "Go get the money" on the phone. They thought it was my money.
You didn't have an attorney?
No. I didn't have an attorney. I did, dude. I'm a fucking dude. Look, take it. You people, quickly take a screenshot, okay? And whenever anybody talks about a Momo, I'm a fucking Momo, okay?
Jeez.
And if you don't know what a Momo is, talk to your Jewish friends. I'm a schmuck, okay? That's an idiot, a duturu, or whatever. What I mean by that is, I thought, you know what it is? I guess my friends were all rats or whatever the fuck, because everybody I knew that got caught with steroids would go to get locked up for the night, and then the next day they're home, and like, yeah, dude, last night I got locked up. You believe it? They took all my stuff. And I thought for sure, I was going to be home. Who needs a lawyer? Fuck this shit. I'm just going to go to... And now I'm in all kinds of trouble. So they go to my father, they take the money, they bring my father to the police station, they're raking him over. Because he has no idea what they're talking about. They let him go. My father goes to my sister, and my sister's like, they can't take that money.
Yeah.
And my father's like, well, you got to go tell them. I don't know. Well, what the hell do I know? I don't know nothing. So my sister goes down to the DA, right, the Jeannie Pirro's office, and she tells them, I want that money back. And they're like, you can't get that back. That's involved in it from a crime. That's dirty money. Nah, bullshit. My brother's never been in that bank. We can prove right now. You know it, and I know it. You can go to the Bank of New York. It was in the Bank of New York. You can go to the Bank of New York, see if my brother's ever stepped foot in that bank. He's never stepped foot in that bank. As a matter of fact, he has no access to that box. That box was my mother's box, and my father used my mother's box after she died, and they would use money. They would put, that's money that my mother accumulated over years of working and my father accumulated over years of working. You cannot prove that one dime of that money is my brother's. And you're like...
Yeah. I when you said that, I was like, what the hell? What are you talking about?
So my sister was, my sister's was a really smart girl.
Yeah.
So they said to my sister, oh boy, okay, let's make a deal.
There you go.
Let's make a deal.
See, and then what they'll do in the tax code, it really says this: you have to report any illegal funds that you've gotten over the year. It's in the tax code that you have to report it. You know why? Because if they catch you with it, they could say, well, you didn't report any taxes. Now they got you for tax evasion.
Right.
Then they tack on to 50 years. That's when they start getting into the 35, 40, 50 years.
Right.
So if they wanted you, they'd get you that way. But at this point, they can't prove that.
Yeah, but they can't prove that was my money.
Yeah, they couldn't prove that.
How do you know that's my money?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So now, they tell my sister, okay, wait a minute now. And at the same time, I was now follow me. Follow me. I was Italian. I talk with the hands. Don't mind. Stop fucking around. So they fought. They're going. Sorry, boy. I hope you're not going to edit this. It's good. People. Joe Rogan says that stuff all the time. So listen. Now follow me on this, right? So now they're sitting there, they're shitting their pants, right? And they're like, okay, wait a minute. Whoa. We can't give you that money back. Because at the same time, this is the craziest thing. I was arrested by Judge Jeanine Pirro, Fox News. I was arrested by her task force, which is Westchester County. It was their money. But now the state's come in and say, well, we had a few state troopers that were part of your thing, so we want the money. And she's like, you're not getting that money, right? So they're fighting. All of a sudden the feds come in and say, well, maybe some of that money came from across the state lines, which it didn't. But they wanted a piece of it too because, it's the steroids and the steroids. Some of the steroids came from, I don't know, if I had like a Brazilian, French power bone I think I had in there. Whatever. So they were all like getting all like, we want the money. No, we want the money. No, we want the money. No, we want the money. You know what I mean?
It's all a political power game.
They were fighting over
political power game.
Stop it. They were fighting all over the money. They were fighting over the money. They were fighting like dogs over, like if you threw a piece of steak and like all these dogs are jumping. So my sister said, listen, I don't care what you people do with the money. I either want that money back or you're going to make me a deal that I'm going to go back home with my brother. And dude, they were like, you should be in law enforcement.
I know. That's...
And my sister got what the deal was is, if they give back the money, I have to do anywhere from 3 to 5 or 6. I can't remember the number. It might be 3 to 6. I think it's 3 to 5 rather. 3 to 5 years upstate, okay? Or they'll let me get 6 years probation and then I'll eventually get out of jail, like after, some amount of time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I said, wow, it was only in a couple months. Like, okay, let's do that. Because my sister's like, Greg, look at me. Don't you be an asshole. You can always make that money back, but you can't get back time. And as it is, you already have trouble with your ex-wife and your kids and all of this stuff. They're starting, because my son was starting that I don't want to see you shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And all that stuff. Trust me, Greg. Let him take the money. You're lucky there's money there. Because if there was no money there, we probably would have done like 5 years upstate.
Mm-hmm. That wraps up episode number 2 of the Gregg Valentino interview. I hope you're liking it thus far. Very exciting. A ton of material there. But also we're including these clips here of his own personal life. Welcome inside to Gregg Valentino's home.
This is the Zapata brand podcast, Beyond the Ropes, a behind-the-scenes look with Gregg Valentino.
Here's where I film, right here. Okay, this is when I film with the iPhone, and this is when I film. This is the camera right here. Look, you fucking guys always ask. Oh, he doesn't want me to curse. These guys always ask me. Look, it's a little home camera. This is where I film right here. It's in a corner. Under here's all the magazines and shit. See here's some. This is like one of the old magazines when you see me sitting here, and I want to look, and the old magazine and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And then I got the light behind me that shines on all this shit, but we're in a corner. We're actually in a corner of a junk room. So here's one of the old magazines here. Here's one of like whenever you see me do the magazines, this is where I do them. It's in the corner of a storage room that's loaded with shit because we sell stuff. My girlfriend said everything here. If you went away and you came back literally in a month, none of this stuff it'd be all new junk. Okay, because she sells everything. She's a huge seller on eBay, Mercari, all that stuff. We make enough money, no mortgage in this house. This house is an acre of property, and there's no mortgage in this house, okay? And we've been living here. I've been living here for a long time, but, my parents died 20-something years ago, so. But anyway, here's, like these are the old magazines, and this is exactly where I do it. Stop this shit. And we're very gothic, me and my girlfriend. I'm going to show you more. But, this is her bedroom. And look at all the skulls and crazy shit we find. Okay? This is all crazy shit. This is my girlfriend right here. And then, we find these heads. People, like, I don't know if they're beauticians or whatever. So we get all these heads. And we put the heads up here. And, whether they're gothic little rats and shit. Little rat. It looks like a real rat when you leave it around. But you know, so I put all this. I don't know why we did it. You know, Jason. But then you can see all the pictures of the kids all around. You know, all around. There's more up here. All the kids. Okay. There you go. There you go. And then the turtles down in there. The water got muddy because we just fed them. Over here, okay, this is the front of the house. You get the 2 lions up there. That guy over there across the street, he was the one who threw away those lions. Those lions were so bad. I had to fix them. You have no idea. Every one of those 2 and the 2. See the Buddha sitting over here. All these were so bad. They were really, really bad. Look, the demon, you know, the little demon guy. What the dogs of hell. Anyway, so you got all those statues. Look, that's the Buddha sitting on the what are they called? Fucking elephant and shit. You know, all this. Now, let me show you more. Okay, so now here we have our little Zen area. Okay, we have our little Zen. Remember, everything here we found. We don't make any of this shit. I'm actually getting into making stuff right now, but none of this is made. Everything's found. But this is our little Zen area. There's a little cross there, you know. And we got all this, you know. This is all Buddha and Zen, you know. We got our little wooden thing there. We got a thing here. Everybody always says to me, "Is this a fucking graveyard?" You know, over here. Look, over here we got all these. This is our garden. It's actually to hide our workspace. We have an outdoor workspace, so I hide it behind here. And I'm going to show you this. Look, see? Now here, I know this looks like a junkyard, but it's not. Here's our workspace. Like for instance, I'm fixing these statues right now. This is the Mother Mary goes under in one of these. This thing is so heavy, Joe. You gotta be a weightlifter. We're gonna clean all this out. I'm gonna fix it all up, and then I have a Virgin Mary that's gonna go in there. All right. These are broken. All that's gonna get fixed. Next time you see that thing will be like brand new. All that. We just got them last night. So, oh, not last night. A couple nights ago. We got some of this stuff we threw here because we had to get going. See now the sun? I would never be able to see if I could. But all of these are, you know, we either repaired or are in the process of repairing. You know what I'm saying? But all of this stuff right here. Some of the stuff like this shit here we just got last night because, you know, that's what we do. You know, right there's a little thing. But we had a swimming pool here. My girlfriend just in the fall shot a rock out of a fucking lawnmower from over there, and it shot through my swimming pool.
Wow.
And it knocked down my swimming pool. So I actually have another swimming pool. I'm gonna put it up. But right now we're repairing. Lucia, my girlfriend, sells so many outdoor furniture shit. It's not even her. She sells outdoor furniture all day, all night. That's probably one of the most common things she sells. I'm gonna show you. Okay. But anyway, here, I had to move this guy. My neighbor next door was freaking out. We're very close with my neighbors, so some problems. But this guy was creeping around because I had him on this bench. Oh, I just put. People love it. They think I'm nuts. So do you guys. Now look, this is our shed, but I wanted to show you on the side of it. Come here. This is a little bit of our goth. Those are fucking swings, but this is our goth section. And my daughter who fights MMA is a huge pothead, and that used to be her pot shed. You had to see that shit. It was all gothed out. There was demons. We had everything in there. Now it's just shit in there, but you know, stuff that we're selling. But look at this. Look at all this shit. Look, come right up. Look, come Joe. Look at the bones, all the dead bones and shit like that.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Is that crazy? See? You know, I got a big piece of property here.
Yeah.
You know? You and that's the house. That's the back of the house. Again, I'm going to redo the pool there, you know? And see, we got all little shit here from the goth, you know? It's got, that's lighter fluid in there, but, you know, because we do fire pit over there. And then, here's the front of this shed. Look, we find these things. I don't know what to do with them, so I got to throw them somewhere. Okay. Jason, the hand coming out. You know. And then this is just stuff we find. But look, we just I just put this everlasting. Oh, the tits. Well, you gotta understand. My girlfriend's my sister's. My daughter is a lesbian, so she, you know, when this is her pot shit. You know what I mean? Like there's all pot paraphernalia over there. But this used to be all gothed out. Like you see a bike hanging there. But there's all like punching bags. Like we have a lot of Everlast bags and shit. We got a bunch of in the garage too. But oh shit, I'll show you the garage. But there's all like, I can't move. If I knock this down, I'm gonna get killed. But there's bongs and shit over there. You know, I forgot all this stuff. Like the little, you know, she's sitting in the, you know, all this stuff. You know, guards the house.
These are expensive statues.
Yeah, they are expensive statues. This one I had was so full of holes. I had a lot of trouble fixing this. But you know, I fix all these. You know, check this out, right? Come here. Look, this is all weightlifting machines taken apart. Okay, here's a fucking light press and yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't even realize the light. Okay. And look, here.
You got your own tan.
By the way, I put up the fly strips because we had a fucking bees and shit in here. So I'm trying to catch the bees. They don't stay there all, you know, for long. But here's my tanning bed. Look. Hey, here's my tanning bed. Now you know why you get tan. This is Lee Haney right here. That's Lee Haney right there. You can zoom in and get a close up if you want. I can send you guys pictures. That's him right there. That's me. And that's me. He's eating, look, spaghetti and meatballs. I know it's a worn picture. I have better pictures I can show you. He sat right here, and right here against this wall is where I do the what the hell you call it? The after hour show. That's my son right there. Okay. Now, this picture here, I showed you, but I don't know if you videotaped it. Look, this picture here, when my father and my mother were dating. Okay, come take a shot. I don't know if you can see that. My father did that drawing of my mother and both of it, because my mother used to go to Mexico all the time. That was one of her favorites. That and Puerto Rico, they used to go to like Condado or whatever the hell it is. But this is my family. This is we're very religious guineas over here, you know. So, but that's my mother. Right there, my mom. My mom was a model. My mother was a model in the 1940s and the 1950s. Remember, my parents would be almost 100 years old. They'd be in their late 90s if they were alive. You've seen the pictures of my son. Don't mind the big mirror there. Yes, mistress. My girlfriend's like, be careful. Okay, here's my son. During the, I don't know if you can see that. That's my son in the Army, his Special Ops Intelligence. Right here. Oh, that's my father and his brother in like 1930 or whatever it is. Wow. In the 1930s. Now here, I'll show you. My father made this in 1969. He made this out of tiles, and he stains the inside with tea, with actual tea. But those are made out of each little tile. This is 8 feet tall. It's huge. You know what I'm saying? So he put each tile, they drew it and everything. My father was a very, very famous commercial artist. Okay, did graphic art, commercial art, all that. Here, just a workboard of like what my father was doing. I guess that's the company, I don't know. This is just like, but if you look at the detail, look at that Santa Claus. Can you see that? I mean, this is an advertisement. This is the beginning of an advertisement. This is a long time ago. I have no idea what year or any of that stuff. But my father used to do everything. I mean, like, I'm going to see while we're, just before we leave, I'm going to see if I can find one of his worksheets and everything of all the different things that he's done. Okay, but this right here, I don't know what the company is, Golf. I don't know, whatever company that says. I can't even read that. I'm 63 years old. I can't see without glasses. But anyway, this is just a little setup we have in the house because You know, my sister just died. My father died. My mother died. You know, my girlfriend Jalissa died. So we have like a little thing here. This actually talks. I don't want to say because it's my sister's voice saying goodbye to me before she died. And it's very sad, so I don't listen to it. But this is, you know, this is, that's my sister right here. I don't know if you can see it, but that's my sister. I'll send you guys some pictures. You can put them up. You know what I mean? While we do the video, you can do it in the editing. So this is our little death thing. I know this sounds crazy, morbid, but whatever. Here. Right here. My father painted.
And Gregorio.
What?
Between the dressers there. Between the dressers. With the TV between the...
Oh, there's something in the fucking way up there. I can't even reach. It's too much shit here. But, there, look, that's me and Vita Guerrera. I did a whole thing with Vita Guerrera. You know what I'm saying? That's her there. Isaac from the Love Boat. And that's some eating guy. I'm not sure who that guy is. I don't know if that's that fucking Super Pete guy.